We're live now on Facebook, so I don't know if anyone's going to join us for a tour of the sale room, but the idea is to give you a live virtual walk around. So we're quite used to doing these videos every month, but what we're going to do is hopefully be joined by a few people with us, and you can say hello while we're walking around. This is our entrance foyer, which is when you come in through the front door, this is what you see. So we'll walk through into the sale room. And this month, for the first time in about a year, you'll be able to do this. You can actually come along and have a look in the sale room. So we'll just come through the main doors here. And here we are. This is our auction room all set up ready for viewing next week. So we're viewing on Monday and Tuesday. And all looks full of interesting items, as usual. And right inside the doorway here, first items to greet you are Harold and Hilda. These are bronze figures. They're signed Auguste Moreau, but these are recastings. So these were made in the 60s or the 70s, I should think. But they're magnificent things. They were collected. We collected these from a Robertsbridge house, so near here, and they were right next to the swimming pool. So fabulous things. Okay, so we'll carry on here. We'll just have a quick look at this, because this is the furniture section through the middle here. But this magnificent dining table, see the columns on here. So there are 3 of these heavy baluster columns under here. This was retailed at Maple & Co in London. Would have been many thousands of pounds when that was new. I think the estimate is about 1,000 to 1,500, something like that. Chairs are separate, but they came from the same house. I think there are 12 of those that go around it. So that's interesting. This space here is where Princess Diana's bike will be parked next week. It's currently on its way to the Lorraine show, so it'll be on TV on Monday. That'll be featured on Lorraine. They wanted to borrow it so that they could feature it in their royal report, but we're getting lots of interest. You hopefully would have seen us on TV last week, and on Woman's Hour we were featured there as well. So that's quite exciting. Lots of interest from all over the world for that one. I won't show you the mirror because yeah, I don't think Lisa would want me to feature that one. Here is our other star lot from the auction, which is this amazing, well, they call it a table clock, but it's I don't think there's a table that would withstand the weight of it. It's absolutely enormous. Needs 4 people to move it. It has this amazing automaton in here. So this, you just come and have a closer look at him, the blacksmith. But sometimes he bangs his anvil, and then someone comes out the door here on the hour and strikes the bell, and it's got the day, date, month, calendar. But it's absolutely spectacular. If you have space for a clock of that proportion, if you have an enormous hallway or a library that you could have this in the middle of the room, you won't find anything more spectacular than that. Estimate is somewhere between 25 and 50,000. Who knows what it's worth? There is an identical one that was made at the same time, which is in the Guildhall in London. That will never be sold. So if you wanted one, this is the only chance you'll ever get to buy one. What else have we got? We'll just sort of have a walk around the room and just see what else there is. Actually, this is nice. That's the back side of it there. So if you come around here, there's the front. And this is Pietradura marble. So this is specimen hardstones. So these are all different colours of marbles inlaid into the top of this library table. It's an amazing thing. And that's going to be between £1,000 and £2,000. So that's a nice thing to look at. And we carry on through the furniture section. Here's a Shakespeare chair. So this is characters from The Tempest carved into this chair here. Yeah, Prospero and Benedict on that side, and more characters down there. So that's interesting. Behind you, we've got a Waterford crystal globe. So this is lot 1 in the sale. So this will be coming up on Wednesday. And these were produced in very limited numbers. And they do come up for sale occasionally. Estimate is sort of 300 to 500. Make a good desk ornament, wouldn't it? Actually, at the back of the room there, just to get you to mind the step, is this Scotch whisky decanter. So it's a genuine sort of Victorian bar. I don't know if it'd be for water or whiskey. Well, probably is just for water, I should think, to go in your whisky. It has the registration marks on the back for about 1890, and it's in really good condition for Monopoly Scotch whisky. I think the estimate on that is 200 or 300 or so. Nice barograph there, another boy's toy. If you know how they work. And should we just go down the front here? Past the sort of mid-century section. So we were just making a video about the mid-century sale. So that comes up on the Friday. So there's about 200 lots of ceramics and furniture and some amazing things. There's a nice dining suite there, which is by Macintosh of Colcuddy. So a Scottish-made 1960s dining suite. That's quite smart. Some fabulous rhinestone ice skates. So it just shows the diversity of things that we get in this sale. I don't know what the background of those are. And actually all sorts of luxury goods here. So this is a Valentino handbag in brand new condition with its dust bag as well. These are all by Dolce & Gabbana, all these handbags here as well, and Gucci, and the snow goggles are by Fendi. And what else have we got? These are musical boxes here. So these are quite modern. These are reproduction musical boxes here. Look at that. And it plays this brass cylinder. I think it plays 3 or 4 tunes, that one. And this one has a selection of interchangeable cylinders that you can change them over. As I said, quite modern, but good quality. Very nice bracket clock here, which is a late 19th century. What's that? That's made of oak with bronze mounts, and there's the wall bracket that it sits on. And you can pull this cord on the side of the clock so that it chimes, so it tells you what the time is. Amazing, doesn't that drive you mad? Not the right time though. No. What's that going to be, sort of 600 to 800 with the brackets, something like that? The most amazing drinks set here. So this is Boule marquetry. So this is tortoiseshell and brass marquetry inlaid cabinet here. And when you open the key, it sort of springs up and reveals this set of original decanters and drinking glasses. Fabulous thing. That's 1,000, 1,500 or so. This is the same. This is French Boule marquetry, but it just hasn't been polished up as much as that. But it will look the same as that if you polish it.
First comment, Tracy says nice bags.
That's where she is. This is Austrian. They call this secessionist period. So this is Art Nouveau, be about 1905 to 1910. And this is ceramic body with a brass casing. Very stylish thing. Policeman's truncheons, we often get these in. So this is a George V, I should think, period of that one. And this one is First World War period. It's actually dated 1914-18, Manchester policeman's truncheon.
Well, one question. Have we got any Art Deco items?
I'm sure something will come to me, but what have we seen? Gosh, I don't think anything's jumped out at me for Art Deco. I'll keep an eye out as we walk around. Got cabinets full of interesting things here. And this fabulous, what's this, 1920s dress here. So it's actually a sort of a silk and silver braid dress with a sort of a very finely woven silver undergarment as well. I wish I knew exactly what it was. Sound like a complete amateur. We'll move on. Set of these solid silver goblets here with gilded, what are they? Phoenixes. What are they?
Flapper dress.
A flapper dress. Well, yeah, I suppose that describes it, doesn't it? Yes. Just seems a bit fine for a flapper dress, that one. These are amazing. So these are real church ornaments. So this is probably a late Victorian carving. It is carved and painted wood. But you've got a corner for something like that. Can't imagine who those sort of things appeal to, but here's another one. Decorate the nursery with those. And another one here, which is painting on canvas, that one, this original Gothic frame. These are interesting. These were actually collected by Rudyard Kipling's father in India. So this whole collection, and so they're known as the Bateman collection. So we're selling that all as one group there of Indian pottery items there. Gosh, there's things everywhere here. Lots of Oriental ceramics here as well, as usual. We'll just have a look at some of the things in the cabinets here. Now this is interesting. I like this. So this is a genuine Tang Dynasty pottery camel, and the person who owns this actually had it sent away for analysis just to prove that it was the correct age. So Oxford Authentication actually drill a tiny piece of pottery from underneath here and send it away for analysis and say that it's between 900 and 1500 years old. So we're certain it is Tang Dynasty. I think that's lovely, and that's estimated at sort of between £1,000 and £2,000. Could make a bit more, that one. And these are Chinese as well, bronze frogs on hardwood stands. And then we go to an English piece of salt glazed stoneware, and actually they're always popular, these salt glazed spaniels, but I just haven't seen one quite as large or impressive as that. I think that's quite spectacular. And we'll just look a bit further on down here. This painting here is by Edgar Hunt, and it's an original oil on canvas here. I think it's 1928, but really detailed. He's a very copied artist, Edgar Hunt, but this is an original by him. And when the owner bought this, probably less than 10 years ago, from a very reputable gallery, it cost £18,000. But that's a retail gallery price. The auction estimate's between 5,000 and 8,000. And some nice classical bronzes here. A couple of pairs of those.
Tracy would love to have the Tang camel.
Yeah. Running commentary from my wife on things that she'd like to buy. These are interesting. This is by Bernard Leach. That's St Ives hand-painted pottery tile there. That's quite a rare item as well. That's going to be between 500 and 800. And then this is from the Fremington pottery. Very detailed handmade jug here. It's a lovely thing as well. We had a collection of Fremington pottery in the last sale that did really well. That was just marked Devon. I think that's all it was, just stamped Devon, and they were estimated at sort of £300 to £400 each, and they were making thousands each. Really popular. These are all these jugs here are made by the same person as those last sculptures. Lovely patinated bronze there as well. And we'll look at these. So we've got a collection of these sculptures and paintings now that we'll just have a closer look at. Chris Watson?
Yep.
Yes. So he painted and he made all of these sculptures, and this, although it looks like a 19th or 18th century oil painting, was painted in recent years, and it has a cruise ship in the centre. And a really clever artist, and he made all these sculptures, so this one here as well, sort of cave style painting, and these sort of wood creatures. And this one, actually, if we just look at these up here, I think these are the best of the lot. So this one is Angels and Demons, which is in a fabulous old frame, and this one up here, which is a still life with drones. Really clever paintings. These are estimated at sort of £800 to £1,200 each, and the other sculptures here, most of these sort of wood creature sculptures are in at sort of 100 to 200 each. These still lives here with mobile phone, they're really good. And this sort of pterodactyl skeleton there.
We've got a couple of people asking to see the mid-century items a bit closer.
Right, go and have a look at those then. Yep. We'll head that way. Actually, we'll go up through the side here because that's...
Got you running around there.
So this is where the mid-century section starts. And really, I can't tell you a lot about the designers of these because I didn't catalogue them, and I know very little about them, but I do like them. But we'll have a sort of an overview of what there is. I thought these were nice, these sort of bedside tables, steel-framed bedside tables there as well. So all of this pottery and this chest of drawers, which is an American-made piece here. The tile top table here is probably the star lot, one of the star lots, I should think, which is Cicciarelli, I think the artist of that one is. It's a 1950s one-off handmade. They're all hand-painted tiles. Just a really bright. What's that?
Capici.
Capici, yeah. Really? What did I say? Cicciarelli. Yeah. That was someone on the Happy Days. So that's a one-off piece, 2,000 to 3,000 estimate. Pointed out this earlier as well. Ron Arrad. This is an American artist, I think, Arrad, and that's a one-off sculpture. I'm probably giving you completely wrong information about these things. We looked at this dining suite earlier, which is the Macintosh Culcuddy table and chairs. This is interesting. So this is a corner cupboard, and it was sold. It was again a one-off piece that was made in 1980, and it was sold at Sotheby's, Belgravia. And this is it here. It's by Jeremy Brune, trained at Shoreditch. It was about £1,500 at that sale in 1980. So 40 years ago, it's £1,500. I think the estimate is still about 1,500. But look at this, it has this fold down flap. The quality of manufacture of this. So if you've got a spare corner, it's a good thing to put in it. Nice selection of sculptures and pottery and that interesting patinated bronze that we don't know who it's by, unfortunately. It's just monogrammed MM, who we don't know who it is. There's the monogram on the front there. But we've had a lot of people showing interest in that. So I think someone out there knows that's by. Knows who that's by. Behind here, this is again a one-off designer piece of furniture, and it's made by Hiller of London. It's got their label inside as well. Right. The quality of that, and the way these drawers are all inlaid as well. That is, as I said, it's a one-off handmade piece. It's about 2,000 estimate on that. These are all part of the mid-century sale as well. And we've got some interesting Ernest race chairs. I'll bring one up to you. So there are 6 of these, set of 6 with aluminium frames. They're late 40s, early 50s, I think, and they were made from the aluminium from aircraft from the Second World War, because there was a shortage of wood at that time, so they were reusing the metal from the planes. So there are 6 of those in this sale in untouched condition, slightly rubbed on the edges, but better to see them like that than repainted. This is nice. It's by Bjorn Windblad. So it's a print, but really stylish image. There's quite a bit more mid-century pottery up here. And this is an original architectural design by Walter Gropius, who was from the Bauhaus. And it has his stamp here as well in the corner. Well, that's a very rare item as well, that one. And more prints and pottery, and there's a stylish tea trolley there, 1950s. And all these pieces of furniture here are from the mid-century as well. And what else? Shall we look at watches and jewellery?
Yeah, I know we'll poke his head in. So
okay, let's go and have a look. So we've got a good selection of jewellery and watches this time. Hundreds and hundreds of rings, and there's so many. I haven't really looked that closely yet at what's here, but we've put a few of the star items to show you here. So this, I know, is, I know what that is because everyone knows. It's a gold Rolex with a mother-of-pearl dial. And the good thing about this is that it's in as new condition. There's the papers for it. 2001. And it has just come back from Mappin & Webb, who serviced it. And they said they would only service it if they could put a new mother-of-pearl dial and new hands. So in effect, it's as good as new. And I think the service was about £2,000. So the estimate is 6,000 to 8,000, but really, it's as good as new. It should make 8,000 or 9,000. That really, but have to see who wants it. Let the bidders decide. This is by Christopher Ward. A stylish watch there, got 1006, and that's in as new condition as well. Nice fashionable in a lovely box as well. Now I've got a diamond bracelet here. This one has about 13 carats of diamonds in total. And I'm not sure what the estimate on that is. I think it might be about 12 to 15,000. A lot of beautiful bright diamonds in there. I know in here there is a Cartier key, which is gold. It's rather nice, 1192. Don't know what the estimate on that is. There's a lot of memorial jewellery here, 19th century memorial jewellery. So this is all. So this side of it is actually reverse painted glass with gilding and enamel. And on the other side is woven hair and dated 1810. Ruth Stoney died September 19th, 1810. And the surround is all enamel as well and gold. I mean, really, just a very rare item. It's not something you'd ever wear, but just interesting. And then here is a gold and enamel and ruby and pearl and diamond pendant. Pretty, isn't it? We'll get Will to come over and tell us about a few of these bits.
Hello.
We'll just have to stay close to you with your microphone. Let's just put it on the table.
So if we just sort of point out a few of these
What do you need my
things,
expertise on?
well, just to
Anything
tell
at
us
all-
what there
anything
is.
interesting?
We've looked at all these. We've looked at the Rolex watches and these things here, all the obvious things I know about.
Okay, yeah. So you've looked at this one,
Yep.
and there's a larger, wider group of interesting, not particularly fashionable, but it's always interesting. All this mourning jewellery. So it's pretty much everything in this tray. Shall I get it out?
Yeah.
So we've got all sorts of brooches and rings and pendants. Good with a light. But there's all sorts of Georgian and Victorian brooches. So there's one here, a marquise-shaped brooch with a pearl surround, and there's a layer of flattened hair in there as well, with a gold backing. Again,
Still searching for Art Deco.
Art Deco.
Got the Deco jewellery.
I'm sure there is.
What was it the other one?
Art Deco. There is just so much jewellery. And it all ranges from all this Georgian and Victorian mourning jewellery all the way up to modern. This is quite pretty. Might be difficult to see on the camera, but this is a 1.56 carat Solitaire diamond ring, and it's set in platinum. Beautiful colour as well. It's a very, very clean white, and it's extremely fiery. And that one, I think, is in at about 2,400 to 2,800 for a 1.5 carat diamond ring.
I'll just show you this. It's an original Titanic postcard. So this is number 11 in the main sale, and this was posted a week after the Titanic sank. So it's postmarked for Cowes, August 18th, 1912, and it mentions that they saw the Titanic go out last Wednesday, and Reggie Butler, the brother of the landlord of the Granada, was a passenger and is missing. It's terribly sad. That's quite a rare item there. And just one other thing before we carry on with the jewellery is that which appeals to me, and it's a Roman marble plaque. So it's carved from one sheet of marble, and this is Hercules. And that's a rare item as well. The estimate on that is about 300 to 400. The postcard is about 100 to 150 or so. Any more jewellery?
Tons more.
Yeah.
Well, the best thing with this is we'll come in and try it on. As you can see from there, we've got about 5 pads worth of rings. And now that you can come in, please do. This is a nice unusual ring. A black opal. Look at the colours in that, if you can.
Try focus it.
If you can see the range of colours, from greens and oranges and reds, but on a lovely black background, which is really highly sought after in opals. So black opals are far more expensive than normal whites, just because you can see the range of colours a lot easier. And that's surrounded by diamonds. And this one is in at around £1,400 or £1,500, which for a ring with nearly a carat's worth of diamonds, bargain.
This is about the closest I can find to for Art Deco. And it's not really Art Deco, but it just sort of fits in with that period. It's another piece of secessionist period, but this is by WMF, which is a German Württemberg Metallware Fabrik, and it's plated, but if you wanted something that sort of fits in with an Art Deco interior to put your champagne on ice, then that would do the trick. And that's going to be about £100, I should think, an estimate for that one. So it's about as close as I can get to Art Deco, I think, although I've just spotted a very nice atomizer perfume bottle on the top shelf there, which is certainly Art Deco. And it's sort of tortoiseshell coloured glass with its original chrome plate mount on the top. That's very stylish, isn't it? I think that's going to be, put it next to the hand sanitizer dispensers. It's going to be 60 to 80 or so, I should think. Think that'll do?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, there's a quick walk round. It's not that quick, is it? But the sale's on view from Monday of next week, so we now have to put all this jewellery away. So it'll all go away into the safe, and we bring it all out again on Monday and Tuesday. So Monday 9 till 5. Tuesday we're here until 7 in the evening, so you can come and have a look whenever you like. And all we ask is wearing face masks, and we have hand sanitizer here as well, so we just ask that you use those. And then the sale is Wednesday for the main sort of antiques and collectibles and the furniture. Thursday are the magnificent clock. Wednesday includes Diana's bike. Thursday is the clock and the watches and silver and jewellery. And then Friday is the mid-century section, and then straight after is the art section. And there's a lot to get through in 4 different sections in 3 days, so about 2,000 lots, but a fantastic group. So please watch us online or come along and see us in person. But thank you for joining us anyway. Thanks for watching.